Alright, everyone. If you're seeing this, we have just completed docking. We'll now do the post-docking procedure. And I think we'll save... pressure equalization and extraction for another time. So we'll just go ahead and round off with our post-docking procedures. Set your rate to high. Attitude deadband max. You can turn the coas off, and as a matter of fact, you can just retoggle it out of the way. RCS logic circuit breakers, verify those two are open. They're white, so they're open. TVC servo 1 off. EMS mode standby off. BMAGs to rate 2. And then lunar module power should be off. And we can actually turn the tunnel lights on. There you go. And actually, you know what? That was so short. Let's do pressure equalization as well. Post-docking and pressure equalization. So for equalization, we're just going to make sure we're monitoring surge tank here. Set the emergency cabin repress system to off. That will prevent the cabin from repressurizing on its own and permit us to use the repress package. Make sure the repress package is isolated. Direct O2 valve should be closed. Tunnel vent, that can go to lunar module, command module, differential pressure. She's already there. And now we just open. And there she goes. Once it hits about 3, we can go ahead and close the pressure equalization. And we're just going to go ahead and monitor this. We need to make sure that, and it looks like we may be pressurizing. Yes, we are pressurizing even though we have turned that system off, so it is not supposed to do that. We're going to go ahead and close the main regulators to prevent that from happening. We'll go ahead and we will open again. Once it gets to about 3, close it. And now we're going to watch this needle. This needle should not change very much. It should be extremely stable. And we do this test to make sure that the to make sure that the tunnel integrity is good. We're going to be opening this hatch soon, and we don't want to blow all our air out into space. So the integrity looks good. The differential is not changing. So at this point, we can open her up and also get our main pressure regulators back open. And we'll go ahead and just let it do its thing. And here we could see it sort of stops and holds at 1. We can open this repress O2, get the cabin up to about 5, and then close it again. That'll let us keep pressurizing the tunnel. And we can see... Oh, actually, it's not going to go to 0 for some reason. It must be bugged. That's A-okay. We can go ahead and open the hatch. So a small bit of a bug, but just know when it gets to 1, pressure is apparently equal. You can open the hatch. At this point, you would verify that all the docking latches look good. There's 12 of them. Then you close the hatch, close the equalization valve, and then set this to LM press pretty much for the remainder. At that point, you can go ahead and set this back to fill. Activate the emergency cabin repress system. And you can go ahead and open your waste stowage vent. The waste stowage vent, it basically, there's a solid waste container where, well, the urine gets vented, so, you know, the fecal containment system, you gotta put that stuff somewhere, and this vent just has airflow flowing over that to make sure that none of those particulates get into the cabin, and just it keeps the odors in check. So that's what that system's designed to do, and we've already talked about these oxygen controls here. So we're good there. We'll make sure our surge tank pressure is still good, and that which it is. Make sure the repress oxygen has filled up again, and that which it is. So we can go ahead and turn off the repress package. We can go ahead and we've already... actually, we can go ahead and just turn off the tunnel vent system as well. And then at this point, you would go ahead and mount the power umbilical, bring the power umbilical in, connect it to the electrical power system in the lunar module. You're going to go ahead and check for delta is 0 right now. And then we're going to go ahead and ensure that the lunar module power circuit breakers are closed. And then set LM power to CSM. And that stops those batteries from draining the low voltage taps. So we're saving power for 3 days as we drift to the moon. So it's very important that that gets connected, and we should see some bus voltage there now. And that's good. At this point, we would install the hatch. It says if desired, however, install the hatch. Just do it. All right. In case of emergency, you want that thing installed. So, good stuff there. And the last thing we would need to do is LEM extraction. But we're just going to go ahead and clean up these lights real quick. And there we go. Off, off, off. And that's it. So, I'll go ahead and see you guys for lunar module extraction. And it looks like the suit compressor is having issues. Let's get the second one on. It looks like it's still having issues. Let's go ahead and close that suit circuit return. And there she goes, right back up. And open. Alright, so we're gonna see you in the next one. And we'll do our lunar module extraction, and then we'll also do just a little bit of an evasive maneuver. Since there's no checklist for that in re-entry, we're just going to go ahead and just sort of make one up, I guess. One that makes sense, of course. one that's slightly realistic. But there's no evasive maneuver checklist in your entry, so there's rather unfortunate. I'll see you guys in the next one. That'll be the last one for today. See you later.